tried to be civil with you, but if you do this, you're starting a war.
Charlotte just messaged Rocco. We know where she is.
Dante has a child he knows nothing about. If you won't tell him, I will.
General Hospital latest update. Jason holds Sidwell at gunpoint, Drew blackmails Portia, and Carly declares war on Willow. Lulu uncovers Valentine's shocking secret, while Sunny makes a bold move. Love ignites in Miami as Brad and Lucas heat up. Don't miss the jaw-dropping twists that will change everything. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. After watching these videos, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers. Jason holds Sidwell at gunpoint, Carly's war declaration. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, will make a shocking Jen Sidwell, Carlo Rhoda move while Drew Quartermain, Cameron Matheson blackmails Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr. Carly Spencer, Laura Wright will also draw the line with Willow Corinthos, Caitlin McMullen, so here's what GH fans can expect. For starters, it looks like Laura Collins, Jeannie Francis, will deliver some Esplanade updates to Curtis Ashford, Donnell Turner, and wonder how he got around their Drew problem. Curtis used Stella Henry's, Vernee Watson connection to Congressman Henderson to his advantage, but Drew definitely wasn't happy about it. That's why Drew went to Selena Wu, Lydia Look, and scored leverage he can use against Portia. On Tuesday's GH episode, Drew will pay Portia a visit at the hospital and throw his power around. Since Drew has proof that Portia tampered with lab results, she'll definitely worry about what he's going to do next. However, Drew will argue that nothing's happened that Portia's help can't fix. It sounds like Drew will count on Portia to make Curtis see things his way, so she'll be backed into a corner. In Miami, Brad Cooper, Perry Shen, just pumped the brakes on his bedroom reconnection with Lucas Jones Van Hansis, since he's got something to get off his chest. General Hospital spoilers say Brad will make a tough admission, so he'll presumably come clean about the secret he's been holding over Portia's head to get what he wants, including a spot on this symposium trip. While Lucas reels over Brad's news, Emma Drake, Braden Bruner will be busy opening up to Giovanni Gio Palmieri, Giovanni Mazza back in Port Charles. It'll be an opportunity for Gio and Emma to deepen their bond. Over with Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, he'll have a conversation with Dante Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna in the stables. Cody will point out that Dante's history with Brooklyn Quartermain, Amanda Setton, is deeper than Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens-Bruning realizes. Lulu isn't in the loop on Dante and Brooklyn's camp romance all those years ago, but Dante may be hesitant to spill and add to the friction between them. Of course, more drama's going to erupt anyway, since Lulu will look through Martin Gray's, Michael E. Knight case notes at some point this week and discover Brooklyn's been hiding a child from Dante. In the Quartermain kitchen, Jason just barged in and shut down Sidwell's attempt to bargain with Sasha Gilmore Corbin, Sophia Matson. It won't be long until Jason drags Sidwell down to the docks and holds him at gunpoint. What happens next depends on you, Jason warns in Tuesday's preview video. Back at the Q Mansion, Tracy will tell Sasha that changes everything, so we'll see if this involves another conversation about her Quartermain baby or something related to Sidwell. At the Metro Court, Carly will blow up at Willow, presumably for her decision to move in with Drew. Since Willow will be moving the kids in as well, Carly will insist that's pushing Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, too far. Although Carly's tried to be civil with Willow, she'll make a prediction about the trouble that's brewing if Willow doesn't back down. Nina Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, will be there to land in the middle of the conflict, so don't miss her reaction. General Hospital spoilers suggest Willow will stand her ground with Carly for now, so stay tuned. Today's next update, Drew gets dirt on spoiler, and Sidwell makes Sasha a surprising offer. Today on General Hospital, Martin and Tracy go at each other again. Lulu discovers important information about Valentine, and Sunny buys a house. Sunny meets with Lucy at the Metro Court. He needs a new home, tells her what he's looking for, and Lucy knows just the place for him. Drew goes after Curtis. Portia and Curtis have dinner, and he lets her know he's picked an island for Aurora's new wellness resort and wants them to scout it out. Drew interrupts their conversation and says, "Curtis, you never thought I'd find out?" He accuses Curtis of using his Aunt Stella to get to Congressman Henderson and locking him out of the House Appropriations Committee. Drew asks if he spoke to Henderson, and Curtis says he did. He told him about the Esplanade and its impact on the people of Port Charles. He says Henderson did his own research on the matter. Drew warns him this was a big mistake and adds, "You take something from me, I take something from you." Portia interjects and tells Drew that Curtis was his friend and that he betrayed him. She asks, "Honestly, what is wrong with you?" Drew insists he did not betray Curtis and that Curtis betrayed him. She says he led Curtis to believe he would take over as CEO. Drew explains he wanted someone with more experience and would have let Curtis return to the wellness division. Curtis says that would have been fine if Drew had been straight with him, except he lied to his face. Drew notes that he was right not to trust him, it seems, and storms out. Portia worries Drew could still be a problem, as he seems determined to come after Curtis. Curtis says his mistakes are out in the open, and Drew can dig all he wants, but he won't find anything on him. Drew meets with Selena Wu in her office and says a while ago she suggested she had something on Curtis. Selena sadly doesn't, but she does have dirt on Portia. She gives him the proof that Dr. Robinson tampered with test results, and all she expects is a favor in return at some point. She asks if this is the kind of thing he was looking for. Drew says this will do nicely. Bobby's Lulu reconnects with Spinelli. She was hoping he could help her find Valentine. Spinelli explains he's looked everywhere for him, and there is no trace of him. Lulu wants to break into Valentine's house as she thinks the FBI could have missed something. Dante and Gio enter, and Dante says hello to Lulu and Spinelli. Dante notes Spinelli looks nervous, but Lulu says that's how he always looks. Once Dante and Gio walk off, Spinelli says they can't break into Valentine's now as the PCPD is onto them. She says Dante suspects nothing, and she needs his help finding her daughter. Gio opens up to Dante. Dante and Gio grab a table and Dante asks what Gio wants to talk about. Gio says he's struggling to find out how he fits in with the QS. Dante doesn't think he needs to worry as the family likes him. Gio notes, not everyone. Gio tells Dante how he got on Tracy's bad side by disagreeing with her filing a cease and desist against Drew for using the Quartermain name. He feels that will hurt Scout. Tracy shut his opinion down because he's not a Quartermain. Dante says that between them, Tracy respects people who stand up to her, though she'd never say it. Gio laughs that she did say he'd make a better Quartermain than Drew. Lulu uncovers important information. Spinelli and Lulu head to Valentine's house. Spinelli hacks the alarm system and they break in. Lulu looks around and takes in that this was her daughter's last real home. It was her whole world and she knows nothing about it. Suddenly they hear voices outside. Lucy has brought Sunny to see the property and says this place is like Fort Knox and she just needs to disable the alarm first, which she can do on her phone. Lulu and Spinelli hide behind a desk as Lucy and Sunny enter. She notes that it comes totally furnished, as the former owner had to leave town quickly. Suddenly, Christina walks in and asks her dad if he's seriously considering buying Valentine's old house. Sunny gives Lucy a look. Lucy swears she was going to tell him, but she wanted him to love it first. Sunny asks how she can sell this place without Valentine. Lucy says Valentine's lawyer Martin is selling it for him, and Valentine is not returning. She doesn't know how Martin knows, but he's still Valentine's attorney, so they must be in contact. Lulu, hearing this, gives Spinelli a look. Christina admits it is a beautiful place, and every place has a history. Through a tour of the place, Christina tells her dad that he has to buy this place and that Avery will love it. Sunny says he's sold, so they leave to draw up the paperwork. After they leave, Lucy sets the alarm again. Back inside, Lulu tells Spinelli that her uncle knows how to reach Valentine and that Martin will lead her to her daughter. Tracy and Martin have another spat. In the Quartermain living room, Lois finds Tracy furious that Alexis had to step in for Diane, and she's let Tracy know that Martin is correct and the Quartermain crypt is on public land. Alexis steps out to take a call. Alexis returns with Martin, and Tracy asks what this charlatan is doing here. Alexis invited him to try and settle this calmly and rationally. Alexis says if Tracy goes on with her cease and desist, Martin will reveal the facts about the family crypt, which will become a lengthy legal battle. In the meantime, her loved ones will be removed from the crypt. Tracy says, "Fine, if Drew wants attention using their last names, so be it." Martin screams, "I knew it! Your parents are buried on public land, and it's my civic duty to report it." Everyone is left stunned. Martin claims the crypt is a hazard to public health. Alexis argues the crypt is not a public hazard and gets both Martin and Tracy to drop their threats and back down. Alexis needs Martin to sign an NDA on their agreement and the crypt, but he refuses. Tracy calls him a bottom feeder and tells him to send out his press release on the crypt as she'll buy that property and every leaf on it. She orders him out before she has him arrested. Back at Bobby's, Dante and Joe's talk is interrupted when Tracy calls the detective. Gio and Dante arrive at the mansion, and Tracy wants Martin arrested for trespassing. Dante says he's not going to arrest anyone and says Martin needs to leave as he's been asked to leave. He also tells Tracy the courts are closed, so leave this alone. Tracy says she won't, as she's protecting her family. Gio pipes up 555. He explains that whenever he got riled up, his mom would tell him to ask himself that in 5 minutes, 5 months, or 5 years if this was something he'd still be angry about. Tracy recalls Lila had a similar saying. She would say, "Tracy, would it really matter in the end?" Lois sees Martin out, and Tracy tells Gio that he gave her a lot to think about and thanks him. Once Tracy and Alexis are alone, she asks the attorney to file the cease and desist. She's taking Joe's advice, and the family name is too important. Alexis warns Martin will retaliate. Tracy says she'll get her own survey done, and it will say exactly what she wants it to say. In the foyer, Dante tells Gio that she gave Tracy some good advice and that his mom was a great lady. Out on the porch, Lois talks to Martin, who just met her grandson. Martin swears what she told him is covered by attorney-client privilege. Sidwell makes Sasha an offer. In the kitchen, Jason finds Sasha and wants to make it clear he wasn't trying to tell her what to do earlier. She tells him she doesn't do what anyone tells her to do anyway. He asks how the night off was. Sasha reveals Carly offered her a job at the Metro Court in housing, an advance to help her save what she needs to put a down payment on a place of her own. Jason again offers to give her what she needs. She can't believe him and tells him that if anyone should understand how she feels, it should be him. She asks when he moved out after his accident, did he take any of the family money? He didn't because he wanted to run his own life and he didn't remember his family. She says if she takes his money, the family will see it as justification for her bringing her baby into the family fold. Jason insists he won't let that happen. She says that despite the insanity of everything right now, this baby is a miracle for her, and all she wants is to give this baby the best life possible. She didn't get that chance last time. Jason points out the baby has a father, but she won't talk about that with him, especially not here. Jason walks out, and a shivering Sidwell enters from the patio saying, "I thought Jason would never leave." She grabs a meat tenderizer and tells him to leave or she'll scream. Sidwell insists he's not here to hurt her and that he's come to discuss a business opportunity. He says if she convinces the deception gang that the warehouse incident was a misunderstanding, he'll pay her $250,000. Sasha points out she used to work for deception and she cares about Maxie as they are family. Sidwell says he wants her to explain to them that he would never have targeted her if not for her mother, and he was only trying to get Holly to return his diamonds. She asks if this business proposition of his for deception is legit, and he swears it is. Suddenly, Jason, from the patio, sees Sidwell inside talking to Sasha. He bursts in and tells him to get away from Sasha. Brad and Lucas heat up Miami. The hotel bar in Miami, Lucas is sent a drink by Brad. Brad joins him at the bar and they discuss the symposium. Lucas teases Brad that he is only here because he could never resist a beach getaway. Lucas brings up the trip he planned for them that they never got to go on, which was more like an episode of Survivor than a tropical getaway. He asks why Brad agreed to such a hellish trip. Brad says Lucas wanted to go and he wanted to make him happy. Lucas tells Brad that he loved their life together, but he was always worried he was trying to change and to be what he wanted him to be. Brad says he's done some shady things and is trying to be a better person, and back then he just wanted to be worthy of Lucas. He realizes he was twisting himself into knots trying not to hurt Lucas, but that's what he did in the end. Lucas admits when he came back to the hospital and he found out Brad was working there, he cut him off as seeing him was too painful. It wasn't the bad memories that hurt, it was the good ones. He soon found himself looking for Brad, and he was there for him when Sam died. Brad asks Lucas, "Are you saying there could be an us again?" Lucas pulls him into a kiss. Brad and Lucas soon end up back in Lucas' room going at one another. They rip off their clothes and fall to the bed. Brad eventually stops them and says he can't do this, not until he tells Lucas the truth. Thanks for watching this videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.